The other day I was in Alice Springs, and funnily enough, one of my followers reached out to me and asked if we could do a gym session together. And guys, I'm very cautious of stranger danger, but my intuition told me it was safe, it was fine. He was like the same age, and we did a gym session together. That went all fine. He asked me something along the lines of, how do you have the motivation to get up every single day and do the same thing? I just sat there. We were just driving. He was just dropping me off. I sat there. I was like, I've never had the motivation. Like, I've never had to think about not getting up at all. Like, I've never wanted to, like, not go and pursue my goals. I explained to him that when I go to bed at night, the first thing I think about before going to sleep is what I'm going to be doing the next day. Like, I just have so much gratitude for being able to wake up the next morning. Like, I just look forward to waking up the next morning to even, be alive and to be able to work towards my goals. Like, obviously you have motivation as your spark to even start bettering yourself or working towards a better life. But, once you've done that over months and years, you don't think the same. Your thought process is completely different, and I'm going to explain why. This isn't common for people around my age. There's a few people out there who are exceptions, but this is not common. The reason why over time your thought patterns changes, like maybe you don't need to rely on motivation, it's because you have developed emotional resilience, and resilience in like the resilience as the whole, right? Not just emotional, but resilience. And to develop resilience, it's not something that is quick, like a quick thing to develop, or it's not for the faint-hearted either. It takes a lot of pressure, a lot of freaking pressure, a lot of failure, a lot of doubt, a lot of, questioning yourself, what you're doing, a lot of confusion and uncertainty in where you're working towards. But the thing is, like, at the age I am, 17, and, other young people around there, it's really tough. It's tough for us. And to feel like you're actually getting somewhere in life, you need to develop that resilience. And that resilience is developed through pressure, like I said. And at the start, it's going to be very tough because a lot of people haven't developed that resilience to even deal with the tough situations that they will encounter towards their journey to their goal. All right, like all the setbacks, the failures, all of that. All I'm saying is it will be hard at first. It was hard for me. Always. It was so hard. Obviously, at first, when I just started self-improvement like 2 years ago, I did need to rely on motivation, and some days I just didn't want to get up. I was lazy, I didn't really have much of a vision. But once you go through all that pressure, you always hear all these successful people saying, oh yeah, you need to be failing every day. They're not lying. They're not lying. How do you think a diamond is formed? Through pressure, right? Because it starts off as carbon, and over time that pressure really develops and forms that diamond into something so valuable. If you're young like me right now, all I can say is have the grit inside you, have that tenacity, and you will build emotional resilience when you go through the tough times. The fact that I don't rely on motivation to get up every day and do the same thing is because my goals are concreted into my head, into my vision, into my consciousness. I already know what I want. I know what I have to do in order to get to that goal. So it's kind of like, it's my life, it's my routine, it's something that's a part of me. And we were also talking about how, maybe we went through something hard, and maybe we were also competing at a sports competition, and we had to we had that experience, and, we were thinking about it. But he was just explaining how he went through like a hard breakup, and something his ex had said to him had really affected him. And, it was just replaying in his head, and it affected how he performed at his competition. That's tough. And it's not the best feeling. I know how it feels, but I haven't experienced that recently because obviously I go through hard stuff. Like I went through I haven't come out about it publicly yet because it's still being dealt with over like 2 months. But I'm going through something that obviously took a huge punch to my character and how, you know, I view myself, because my character was doubted and criticized. And I had to actually still go to athletics and compete while knowing that something huge had freaking happened to me. I didn't think about it at all during that week because I've learned to have tunnel vision on my goal and block out the noise. If you truly have 100% focus on like what you want, everything else is just background noise. To overcome replaying negative things in your head, you just got to focus on the present, and you really got to focus on, right, well, guess what? I actually can't control what was said. I know who I am. I know what matters to me in this current moment, and I know where it will lead if I keep replaying that negative thing in my head. It's not going to lead you in a good place. It's tough, but you really got to put yourself in a different lens. You have to just think that you create your reality, and anything you think in your head is literally just a thought. It's just a belief. It doesn't mean it's true. You're just believing that. Everything is beliefs, and I'm still trying to grasp the concept of that right now. If I can understand it better, I might make a video out of it, but I'm still understanding what beliefs are. And it's a very difficult concept, but I do believe that whatever you think, like your thoughts, whatever, it is your reality, and that's how you're shaping your reality. I don't know how to explain it, but I just know it's true. Anyways, I just thought that interaction was pretty like wholesome. Like, I think he also like asked, what do you do on the days when you don't have the motivation? Well, I can't tell you that because I've never not felt like I haven't had the motivation. After going through like complex situations, and I'm still going through one right now that I can't talk about just yet, I never think about giving up. I'm always thinking about the next thing I need to do to become better. Right. Oh, if I've just gone through a setback, what's the next step? How can I weave around this so I can keep building myself and keep the momentum going? See, a lot of people don't think like this because they don't have the resilience. They don't have the belief inside of them, and everything comes from a belief. Everything starts from a belief. And if you don't have that, you're going to really struggle. Yeah, that's a wrap for today. I actually got to go to a football thing. I think I'm watching but I might go film another video after this because I really want to get my YouTube going, but I'm struggling with views. But one day or day one. Okay, I believe that my YouTube will get 100,000 subscribers next year. If you're an OG, comment below, because I won't forget you. But I will make it. I will be making an impact on you guys. I want you all to become like the best version of yourself. Like that's my goal. And the more people who are watching my channel, the more people I can help, right? Because I can't do it alone. I gotta have an audience. Otherwise I'm just talking to a camera, you know? But I feel like it's possible, and I feel like, yeah, I just gotta keep consistent. But yeah, that's about it for today. Thanks for watching. Short video.